Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video we'll look at the 8 Japanese judoka competing at the Tokyo Grand Slam coming soon, but before we get into that, a little update on the lightweights, under 60, under 66. Takato and Abe, they have pulled out, and the companies they work for, they said that the time between the World Championships and the Tokyo Grand Slam, too close together, too close to get them in peak condition. But I think that is just a load of BS if you ask me. These other guys fighting for positions, they don't care about that. Saito's there, Hashimoto's there, and Ono Shohei, he is here too because he hasn't competed in a while and he kind of needs to, or other people are going to leapfrog him and get selected for the Olympics. So it's kind of a big competition for Ono Shohei. So we've been looking at his highlights for a little bit now, but Ono Shohei, he'll be competing at the Grand Slam. It's great because we haven't seen him in a while, and it's equally as great because Hashimoto is also competing at this tournament as well, which is great because I don't think I've seen Hashimoto versus Ono Shohei on the international scene. They've had a few matches domestically, but you know, on the big stage, going through foreign competition to kind of meet each other, I don't think it's ever happened before. So it'll be really cool to see them meet in the finals. I don't know though, I think Hashimoto is kind of skating on borderline retirement. I think his best days are maybe behind him, but we'll see what happens. He might be able to pull it out and might be able to meet Ono Shohei in the finals. So next is Oyoshi Ken, and Oyoshi, he's got a win over Hashimoto, so that's kind of interesting. And he's a young guy coming up. He's got really interesting techniques. He has been on the international scene a little bit, losing in the finals both times. Once to Shavdat and another time to Makhmud Bekov, a Russian judoka. How often do you see those these days? Come on, bring back the Russians. They're great. So Oyoshi Ken, he's probably in the best position to kind of take over after Hashimoto and even take over Ono Shohei once. I think Paris after Paris, I think Ono Shohei is probably done, to be honest. I mean, what else does he have to do? So Oyoshi Ken definitely in the prime spot to be that next guy at 73. So next up is Harada, and Harada, I mean, he's had some opportunities on the international scene. Not doing too bad. I mean, 2021 is probably his standout performance at the Paris Grand Slam. He's got good newaza. He's got good techniques. He's got a variety of techniques, and you'll see those shortly. But I don't know. I feel like with the Japanese team in particular, the top echelon of guys, they have something special about them, and I just don't see that with Harada. I just see like really good, really clean judo, but nothing kind of unique. You know, like Ono Shohei's got his unique Uchimata, his unique Osotogari. Hashimoto's got his one-handed kind of Sode thing. And even Oyoshi's got some interesting pickups. So yeah, I don't know. We've got more to see from Harada, but the other three guys definitely top class. And 73 is going to be very hard for anyone to get through. Right, next 81s, and I mean, everyone, I get this a lot in the comments, but everyone wants to see Sasaki versus Nagase. And the two of them, I mean, they were at Tsukuba University together, so I'm sure they've trained together in the past. I'm sure, you know, one of them probably gets the upper hand over the other, and I'm sure they probably know that, but we don't. So it'll be interesting to see. Personally, my money is on Nagase, but I mean, I'll go into that in another video. But Sasaki, it'll be good to see what he does. I think he's in a bit of a position right now where if he doesn't perform here, he might, you know, fall off a cliff a little bit in terms of selection. You never know what's going to happen with Nagase. I think he's in a similar position as Hashimoto. He might be kind of at the end of his run. Recently, he's not throwing a lot. He's winning a lot by Shido. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Also, there's Fujiwara, and Sasaki, he does have maybe wins over Fujiwara. So that's kind of an interesting kind of element as well. But yeah, my one wish is Sasaki doesn't go out early, Nagase doesn't go out early, and they do actually meet together at some point. Right, so next is Kohara Kenya. Kohara, he had a little bit of time on the international scene in 2018. He's got nice judo. I think, you know, he's got a nice Osotogari, good newaza as well. But in recent years, and I recommend go checking out my Kodokan Cup highlights, he just seems like ridiculously strong in terms of his grips. The final at the Kodokan Cup, he literally just like destroyed this guy with grips. He made him look like a child. It was unbelievable. So maybe with age, he's, you know, kind of fallen into this kind of, you know, grip strategy kind of guy, winning with grips, winning with newaza. He's got a nice tomoe-nage as well. But yeah, Kohara Kenya, it'll be interesting to see kind of a return for him to the international scene. And I mean, the reason he kind of fell off a cliff is because, I mean, there's obviously Nagase, there's obviously Fujiwara as well, but let's not forget Sasaki, and Sasaki ended up beating him at the Osaka Grand Slam 2018. So, I mean, if you got Nagase, Fujiwara, and Sasaki in the mix, and if you're not kind of getting through those guys, well, I mean, you're not going to be selected. So, I mean, it's a harsh environment, but, I mean, now he's got his chance, and we'll see what he does. Alright, next, one of my favorites of recent times, Fujiwara. I think he's starting to kind of, you know, get a handle on international competition, really kind of, you know, solidify his place there. Hasn't had impressive results, you know, that the Japanese squad kind of wants from their judoka, but I mean, this recent World Champs, he was so close. He made some dumb mistakes, and he could have won it. So I think he's kind of building. He's looking really good. I think he's got more momentum than Nagase, to be honest, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. I think Sasaki's got his number, but I mean, the likelihood of those two meeting, probably not very likely. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Fujiwara, and as I was saying earlier about like people who have a unique style, Fujiwara, he's definitely someone who has a unique style. And you know, style, I mean, that's something that kind of sticks with people. You know, their waza, it's all kind of developed all through high school, all through university, and now he just needs to kind of translate that style into performance, and that'll come as I think he kind of gains more experience. So I'm hopeful for Fujiwara heading into the future. But yeah, as I said, I'll do a picks video later on where I kind of talk about all the other competitors like Cass, for example, in another video. Alright, last up, Nagase, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably know I'm Nagase's biggest fan. He's my favorite judoka for sure. I love his techniques. I base a lot of what I do on what he does. And I'm kind of a little bit sad to see his, you know, recent performances not so great. Falling off a cliff a little bit with age, maybe. Just winning a lot with shidos. I mean, I want to see this sort of stuff from back in the day, but these days a lot of shido wins, and we'll see. He's got a bit to prove, I think. So we'll see how Nagase does. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's the 8 Judoka 7381. What do you think? Post in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.